Here's the next project that I'm working on. Before you is a pretty much rebuilt GTV6, Alfa GTV6 tachometer. Pretty darn good shape, this thing overall. Not sun faded or anything. I've got a little hole that I've drilled in the top to calibrate it on the bench. Yeah, overall very nice unit. Glass nice and fairly not scratched too bad anyway. But yeah, not completely happy with this unit. So my next project is to actually switch the guts, the electronics out of this unit to modern electronics and then keep all the original faces so that it looks the same. You can see that in the past I've actually retrofitted new needles because the original ones on these instruments are always junk and start to bend from the heat of the sun. I used, I think they were Golf GTI needles on there. Glued them onto the original spindle and then rebalanced the internal mechanisms. Actually, I have a mechanism somewhere kicking around here. So yeah, there's obviously weights on the mechanism that need to be adjusted when you change the weight of the needle and stuff like that. So overall, I'm just not happy with the performance of this. It's a very slow, lethargic tachometer. It doesn't register small changes in RPM, and it also has a hard time, up in here where it just won't go up here very easily. It also tends to stick here and there, and it's just a resultant of the the 40-plus-year-old mechanism, and it wasn't that great to begin with. So we are going to retrofit on an air core driver. I have the circuit board here. This is actually, I've rebuilt the circuit board, new capacitors and stuff on it, and I put this very fine potentiometer on it. This is the air core motor itself, the whole heart of it. So the needle would obviously go on the top here. This mounts to the board. And this is itself from a Volvo 940 instrument cluster, so I'm even using more bits off of this cluster to repair more clusters. I have a vast array of different needles and stuff like that I can use, but I'll probably end up just modifying that needle to fit on. So yeah, we will get this put inside of that housing. Obviously the whole board and everything is too big to fit in, so I'm going to end up mounting the spindle to the back of the faceplate on here, and then I'm going to run the electronics out to the outside of the housing, out to the board out here where the power connects and everything. So this is probably just going to sit on the back, be mounted in some fashion back here. So then yeah, we'll have a look in over the course of a couple videos here on the progress of how I'm doing this to get myself a modern accurate tachometer.